Hey y'all, welcome back to another motherfucking episode of Blunt Talk Podcast. I missed y'all so much. It's been some time, but like I always say, if I'm not posting, that does not mean I'm not working, okay? I need y'all to stay tuned for season 2 of The Real Kiddies of Springfield. Your girl is on there. I don't know if I'm acting a fool, but I'm just doing what I do. Yeah, how y'all doing? First of all, I need to just get out the way. Happy Gemini season. Trill one, real one motherfucking season is here. Yours truly is a Gemini, okay? Birthday May 28th. A girl shall never tell her age, but just know this decade of Blunt Talk Podcast, Randy, reality TV star, is going up. This decade is like already feeling like a breath of fresh air for me. I just can't describe it, but just know I'm coming harder than I ever came before. Okay, mind y'all business, mind y'all business. I just wanted to chop it up with y'all for real, for real. I missed y'all. A lot of things been going on. TikTok, how TikTok is now is sort of kind of like what? The chai came back out. I have a whole bunch of questions that need answers. We're going to run that segment back. I just had to come chop it up with y'all for real. So, I will never, ever, 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 ever start an episode without a quote of the day. So the quote of the day is, what would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything? And that's by Vincent Van Gogh. And that's for everything. That's for everything. I'm always going to relate it back to being a creative. As a creative, if you have this passion, this drive, this yearn to do something, like, how would you ever do it if you never had the courage to do it? People that like to model, how the fuck do you like to sit there and take pictures and just be on the runway and just always be perceived by the eye as being perfect, if you will? For your regular 9 to 5, yeah, you're scared to get a new job or you're scared to even attempt to get a promotion. But how would you even get there if you never had the courage? You feel me? So there's just, that quote can just resonate in so many different areas of life. I can continue to go on, but I am not going to go on, okay? I know the last time that we chopped it up and that we spoke, I did ask a question of the day, and the question of the day was basically along the lines of, do you allow your significant other to affect how you move when it comes to your craft or whatever it is that you like to do? And honestly, I got hell yes, and I got some fuck no's, and I got more fuck no's than hell yes, but it's funny. It's not funny. First of all, I want to say I appreciate everybody that, chose to dive in on that poll and participate. I want to say it's not funny, but I was surprised. And I'm only surprised because I'm sort of kind of like 50-50. And I'll say 50-50, like I never want to do nothing that could be perceived as being disrespectful to my partner. I know everybody has their own definition of disrespectful, but at the same time, it's common sense. Some things are just disrespectful, right? So like, I would never want to do anything that is deemed disrespectful to my husband. God willing, one comes a knocking. Not one comes a knocking, but God willing. That's all. We're gonna leave it alone. Anyways, I would never want to do anything that is perceived as being disrespectful to them. Because how they view you and how they view you is very important. But it's like at the same time, nigga, my craft is my craft, and I'm never gonna do anything. I could just only speak for myself. I'm never gonna do anything to tarnish my name. Like I'm never going to mix pleasure with my craft. Like I take Blunt Talk Podcast serious, so you never have to worry about like me doing anything when it comes to my business. Like what? I don't want to be known as the queen podcaster who be fucking and sucking. That's crazy. Sorry, y'all. I had to say it like that. But like, for real, like, I want to be known as just that, the cute podcast. So I never want people to get it misconstrued. Duh. So I love that there was women that were saying, fuck no. And I love how there were women that were saying, hell yeah. Of course, I didn't expect nothing other than hell no's and fuck no's from the men. But it was nice to see how women were feeling, especially because, I feel like women were actually, I don't want to say designed, but we were not trained, but we were conditioned to believe a certain thing and also really hold our significant other or husbands to opinion to a higher standard. So it was just nice to see like women were like not really fucking with that. Okay. So again, I do want to say thank you to everyone that tapped in and definitely participated with the poll. If you don't already, please don't hesitate to go on Instagram and follow me at _Blunt Talk Podcast and stay tuned for the next poll. You never know when it's going to come up. Period. So, you know how we did a segment before that was like questions that need answers? Okay, so boom. Questions that need answers for me is, okay, so if a lawyer is coming out and talking and saying, hey, the Tory Lanez case needs to be reviewed, why are there people who I know for fucking shit sure didn't go to law school chiming in saying that's not what he is in jail for? Don't you think the lawyer would know what Tory Lanez is in jail for? Don't you think the lawyer would have chose to opt out if that's not what he was in jail for? Like, I need y'all to use y'all brains and stop using TikTok. I need y'all to be so serious. If a lawyer is coming out saying, hey, this looks fishy, we need to reopen this, I think the lawyer would know what they're doing. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm not going to say my opinion. I'm going to steer clear of saying my opinion about that situation because there's just a whole lot of touchy situations. Also, that leads me to the next thing. Why are people so willingly and freely with their free time going on social media trying to debate how Cassie was not a victim, she was freaked out, and how Diddy doesn't have the charges that he has lined against him that can then equal racketeering? I need everyone to, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Remember there was a time on social media where sometimes people would think twice about what they say. And it's not because you're scared of what other people might say or how other people may view you. It's just because some things are meant to be kept in-house. What's that saying? Bring back shame. Not bring back shame, but bring back social media bulliers. I don't know. Bring back someone that's going to put people back in their place because sometimes people just be coming out their pocket asinine. I really feel like there are certain topics that we should refrain from speaking on social media. And I know social media is sort of kind of a freedom of speech platform for us. And I know you're probably sitting here like, Randy, shut the fuck up. You have a podcast. But at the same time, it's like you have to be very mindful and conscientious. I think people forgot not only that there is a digital footprint, but I think literally people forgot that like, sometimes people's first impression of you is what they see on social media. So it's like you just trying to go viral all the time to maybe get your engagement up, to maybe get some paper is sort of kind of maybe not always a good thing. Maybe instead of like going viral and just saying anything to get engagement can turn into something else. Like maybe instead of that whole niche of just going viral and saying anything, maybe you should actually find your real niche to then be considered a real social media content creator. I don't know. Before I continue to babble y'all heads off, I need y'all to tap in. Let's do a nail cam. Nail cam. Go shop with my girl. Go follow dreamnails.nyc. You know I'm going to link it below. dreamnails.nyc. That is my girl. She is going to measure them and she will ship them out to you and they last. I also have a secret tip, girlies, for all my press-on girlies who like to change their nails frequently or like to take off their nails because they have to do things or whatever the case may be. Go get you some. It's like glue remover. That way you just put it on your cuticles, and you put it right here, and you pop them the fuck off, and then you save them, and then you could have them for the next go round when you're ready to put your nails back on. I did that for y'all. Remember that. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I know I hooted and hollered when the episode first started about the Shy starting again. Oh my God, the Shy started again. Episode 1, Chef's Kiss. I'm loving the depiction of two baby daddies getting along and just co-parenting. I'm loving the whole co-parenting aspect of, you have one person who needs people to lean on and the other parents literally are willing to step up. I think that we have gotten so used to the toxic culture of baby daddy, baby mama culture that we don't know what it's like to have maybe a refreshing one. I don't want to say people don't experience it in their everyday life, but what is glorified on social media is sort of kind of like the toxic baby mama, baby daddy culture. And I'm just so happy that there is a show that's been actually going on now. I believe this is season 7 that is actually showing our people doing something different. And so it was very refreshing seeing that. And I just cannot wait to see what this season entails. That leads me to basically also wanting people to stay out of DDG and Haley's life, not even life, but it's again, people are over here. I understand people having fans and people that are going to die hard ride for you. And I hope that my Blunt Talk podcast family is like that. But I also hope that I create a safe space enough where you guys feel like family to sometimes check me. Don't check me too crazy because I might punch you in the mouth or whatever, but check me, you feel me? And I feel like sometimes when you have diehard stands are going to overlook anything bad that you could have possibly did, or they're not going to understand how to be biased, or they're not going to understand how to wait until the truth reveals itself, because in time the truth always reveals itself. What's that saying? Was done in the dark comes to light. And so I feel like the DDG and Hallie situation erupted on social media where she released basically asking for sole custody of her child and basically a restraining order, and had, I believe it was 52 pages of evidence of domestic violence, abuse, mental abuse, abuse of power, if you will. And people just jumped on the bandwagon of hating her and sticking up for DDG and then sticking and hating him. And it just got really messy. And I feel like sometimes we have to remember, and I'm always going to say this, I said this in probably countless episodes by now, we have to remember, guys, please. We have to remember that these people are literally just human. They're literally just human, and they're literally just they're human that happen to be in the spotlight. So it's sort of kind of fucked up because when they want to have privacy and when they do want to, I don't know, have a private moment, they really can't have a private moment because everything is going to be put on display for everybody to see. And I don't want to say I don't appreciate it, but I just wish that there was a different way to go about being famous. I just had this conversation earlier today where it was I remember, because I don't know, if you guys follow me on Instagram again at _One Talk Podcast, you'll see me be singing around and just bullshitting sometimes. And it's sometimes when I'm singing, people will say, you could really, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot my own horn. But you could go far, and there's places that you can go, and how come you don't choose to be famous and things of that nature? It's because I don't want to be famous. The way that the society will ostracize you and the way that people will literally pick at you is insane. Not only is it insane, it's at a certain point, it's borderline bullying. And it sort of kind of sucks because sometimes what if people are not strong enough, and it's we all scream about mental health and worry about people's mental health and protect the people, especially protect the black and the black woman and the black man and stuff like that. And it's you guys are on social media tearing them down whenever they do something you don't like, or whenever your favorite couple breaks up. It's you guys hold these celebrities to a higher standard. And I don't want to call it delusional, but it's kind of people, they are just us with money. They could buy a Chanel. Shit, you could buy a Chanel. Go on DH Gate. Live it up. Live below your means. Live with your means. Live above your means. Do whatever you got to do. Do what's best for you and not hounding other people. I don't know how to put it. It's just kind of fucking weird. So I just want to say, like, when it comes to certain things that happen, I want to circle back because I just said, and I know this is going to be all over the place. And it's like, guys, I'm freestyling today. I'm freestyling, but I'm not. I'm correlating things as I'm writing. I know you heard the lighter swish up like I'm motherfucking Lil Wayne in this bitch. But it's like, I just correlated us wanting to protect the black men and black women and their mental health in the celebrities. And it's like, I also want to bring this back to Tory Lanez and shit like this. We don't know what the fuck happened. Oh my God, talking all that shit and my cherry fell. This is why I don't smoke on camera, y'all. Anyways, I wanted to bring this back to Tory Lanez. Follow me, because it's going to be all over the place. I'm freestyling. I wrote a little bit down, but I also just want to come chop it up with y'all for real and just be me. Yip yap with y'all. You feel me? So I want to bring it back to Tory Lanez because like this man just almost fucking died. And y'all are saying, and y'all are cracking jokes in the comment. Granted, the jokes are funny, but it's like y'all are cracking jokes in the comment relating to Megan's situation. And y'all are so hard on a man, and we don't really know what the fuck happened there. I don't even know they know what the fuck happened there anymore. Because everybody's story changed. If we're keeping it a buck, your favorite stallion, her story changed a couple times. So we don't know what's tea. And y'all are over here cracking jokes and just not being mindful, QC, and Zamir. But y'all want to protect black men and black women. I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay? Please don't shoot the messenger. Hey y'all, I just came here to stop by and tell y'all real quick that the summer merch has officially dropped. We got Hoochie Daddy shorts, Hoochie Mommy shorts, we got some shirts, and also we got some hats. Well, also another drop on the way. What I need y'all to do is go shop That's Rare and get your Blood Talk podcast merch immediately. Period. Okay, so let's dive into the next topic. I know in the beginning I also discussed TikTok. So I go on TikTok at the end of the day to decompress, right? And yeah, I still be in my bed, rubbing my feet together, giggling and everything. But I noticed that TikTok is also very much so drama based now. It's like everybody has something to say. And I'm not saying people don't need to have their own opinion. But what I'm trying to say at the same time is what the fuck is going the fuck on? Okay? Like every time I go on there, it's non-lawyers reading documents, trying to interpret things for people who really can't even, for people who interpret what they want to, for people who hear what they want to. We have people literally attacking and dragging people to the pits of hell every single day. And I'm just sitting here like, what is going on? Like, I don't know what timeline or what my TikTok is, or what happened once TikTok went down and came back, but everybody is hella fucking aggressive, and I'm very motherfucking scared. Like, I know it's Gemini season, but at the same time, it's like, can y'all chill out a little bit? Like, y'all really been tweaking since the beginning of the year. It's like Cat Williams went into that motherfucking interview and literally said, this is going to be year that, like, this, not like the year of chaos, but like the year of truth. And I'm not going to hold you. It has been exposing a lot of things. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the drama that I have been seeing on my TikTok is Brene and Tim. They won't leave that poor Brene alone. From whether it's when she's eating, how her hair room looks, how she talk on there, how it just, whatever that girl do, they pick, and then they're over here reviewing court documents, holding panels, and it's like, oh my God, like, listening to mess, draining. That's why I don't try to be like a podcast that is messy based. Like, I'll disclose some mess, but I don't try to be too messy because listening to mess, draining. So imagine being on TikTok live, reviewing mess for hours. Like, it's draining. It is draining. The other TikTok drama that I was seeing was Nuke Antenna. Nuke Tana. I'm not gonna hold you. I love me some Santana down boots, okay? But the think pieces, the clips, just everything. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna say like names, but it's like there are certain people that I used to watch and stuff like that, and then after a little bit, like, okay, it's starting to get repetitive. It's annoying. It's too messy. I don't want to listen to it anymore. I just don't know. I just don't know what's going on. But I miss TikTok. Like, don't get me wrong, my TikTok is still filled with, I don't want to say like conspiracy theories, but like filled with some stuff. Filled with some stuff. You know what I mean? And I still enjoy it, but I just noticed that it really did get really, really hella messy. It's like, what social media app is not messy right now? Every time I go onto Facebook, I am seeing Facebook is a whole nother world, bro. Like, every time I log onto Facebook, I am truly gagged. I am like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't want to say I'm ready to make a MySpace, but get me the fuck up out of Dodge. Like, honestly, let me stop. I think I'm literally too old. Like, I'm too old to keep up with social media. I don't want to make another social media app. I don't want to build up another social media persona. I just don't want it. I just want funny stuff. I just want funny stuff for real. I don't even know what is going on anymore. But yeah, that's what I've been noticing on my TikTok as well. It's just like, yeah, like we live for the juice. We live for the juice. But mm-mm, mm-mm. Girls, girls and guys, I almost had a conniption. So I don't know if I remember. I said like a few episodes back, possibly like in the beginning episodes, how I was going to take 2025 and live my life to the fullest extent. I mean, shit, I'm on a fucking reality TV show. I think I'm doing it. I think I'm living up to it. But I also wanted to start doing things. Like, there was things like ever since I became a mom, I completely forgot what it was to do things that I like besides going outside and having fun. So I was like, I want to start going to, for instance, those bingos I want to start doing the paint and sips again. And I also want to do concerts again. I'm going to just put y'all in my business because we sitting right here. We all rubbing our feet together. Well, y'all rubbing your feet together. I'm doing this. But I haven't been to a concert since I was, not Six Flags Days, since like Hot 97 when Miguel was an up-and-coming artist. Like, when no one knew who Miguel was, and he was opening up for a summer jam. I don't remember who was on that tour that year, but if you know, you know. If you know that I just said Miguel was an opening artist, imagine how long ago that was. Exactly. So I was like, I want to start going to concerts again. So I got Chris Brown concert tickets. Mind you, I'm going by myself. Like, it's the year of, okay, I'm telling you, if you go, you go. If you don't, you don't. Like, I'm not waiting for nobody anymore. Like, I'm literally outside doing big girl stuff. So I got my Chris Brown concert tickets. Then I saw that he got arrested. I was damn near in tears. I was about to fly to the motherfucking UK and break them out. Because you know Geminis can break out of jail. If you know what I'm talking about, you know, you know. Sidebar. There was 11, I believe 11 or 12 inmates that broke out of prison in there was 11 or 12 inmates in Louisiana that broke out of prison, allegedly breaking out of prison break in the United States of America. At this time, whatever, let me go back. Broke out of prison. They said it wasn't all of them. It was maybe like 8 or 9. Maybe 8 or 9 of them were Geminis. So that's where that joke came from, if y'all didn't know. So I was about to go there and break my man out of jail. Like, what do you mean? I bought a ticket to see you, and now you're going to get locked up? Now, Chris, You had no business going to motherfucking the UK if you busted someone in the head anyway. And then the biggest question that I have is, who on your team cleared y'all to go to UK knowing that y'all had something? Did you get set up? Do we got to do a team sweep? What's going on? Because they almost annihilated my plans. But I believe it was as of yesterday, he released bail. Because money ain't nothing. It ain't tricking if you got it. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm still going to the concert. I'm super excited. Even though the concert is in August, I'm still super excited. Hopefully he can remain not in trouble. Because I had enough. I can't keep defending you. I can't keep defending you. Y'all, don't get used to this no lash look. As I said, my birthday is May 28th. I have some plans. And I was like, I wanted to do my lashes. As I said, I have my nails done and everything. Obviously, hair, nails, and toes. Gotta save it. I was going to do my lashes. But I was like, let me just wait. Let me just wait. And I'm honestly regretting it right now. Don't get it twisted. The face never declined. And get into the skin. I don't know if y'all can see, but get into the skin. The dark marks are fading away, and it's because I went to a store. I'm not going to gatekeep, but I've been using Korean skincare. And also, the holy grail oil for my face is rose oil with almond oils, just like other oils, but rose oil as a primary base. That also really helps my skin, and you know I have to use my niacinamide. So, gonna go into my new decade of motherfucking baby. And that's all that motherfucking need is. So that's what I wanted to talk about as well. I did want to cover something super sad that I saw when I was scrolling on social media. I happened to see, as you know, I'm Massachusetts based. I'm from Springfield, Mass. And so like in a town nearby, ICE was just in there chilling. And I know I covered a while back, ICE was in my hometown where they, I'm gonna say, raided a PVTA bus up the street from where I live actually, and it's just like this shit is too close to home. Like I'm gonna keep saying it, it's too close to home. In this instance, they literally ripped the mother away from a newborn baby and her teenage daughter, and now the teenage daughter is gonna have to probably raise that newborn baby, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? I feel like as an American, I'm so sad because I feel like we're straying away from humanity. Like I know there's right from wrong, but it's like, what if these people are not doing nothing wrong? Like, what if they are paying taxes, living a good life? Like, what if they are actually adding to society? Like what? Like, what if they are not all criminals and you're just taking them away? You're taking them away to import South Africans. I'm gonna mind my business. Like, I don't want to get too much into politics, but it's just a scary time that we live in, and I really just want us all to be safe. At the end of the day, I want everybody to be safe. I love y'all, my Blunt Talk podcast family. I love y'all for tuning in and watching. I love y'all for fucking with me. I really honestly do. I really honestly do. So what I'm going to do for y'all next is I'm going to do another Bluntly Bite segment. I be loving the Bluntly Bite segments. This one is juicy. This one is from a man. So let's clock his tea and see what's going on. I greatly value sex and the connection that is formed through that with my wife. However, I have been feeling very distraught over our sex life for 3.5 years. I feel undesirable, unloved, and unattractive in this area now. I've been in therapy for this for a couple of months now. I realize the stress, sadness, rejection, and anxiety that comes from entire emotional and sexual weight of our relationship being held on my shoulders alone completely outmatches any pleasure, fun, or connection I get from our sex life. Our sex life was amazing before our daughter was born 3 years ago. She would initiate multiple times per week, buy lingerie, want to try new positions, just overall put in effort. I felt so loved and desired. This lasted up until the day she learned she was pregnant. All physical intimacy stopped at this point. Ladies, don't not want to listen no more. Let's give homeboy a chance, okay? We have the most incredible, easy daughter. I do all the cooking, I do the dishes, I clean the bathrooms, I make sure she has the multiple days a week where she gets to go out and hang out with friends whenever she would like to. We both work and make great money. She works from home every day and I get 1 or 2 days from home. Our daughter is in daycare or preschool every day. Luckily, the days I work from home, I get to have my daughter there with me all day. The problem is our sex life. I feel like a creep. She claims it's the best sex she ever had, orgasms every time, sometimes multiple times, yet she doesn't want to have sex. All spontaneous sex is gone, which is fine. We have a kid now, I get it. We tried planning sex, but unless I'm the one to plan it all, or even bring it back up on the day we planned it, it simply won't happen. It feels like she actively avoids, ignores, offuscates, or always comes up with reasons why we can't have sex instead of looking for reasons to have sex. I found that if I don't bring up planning sex, it will at least be months before we have sex. A few months ago, she said she wanted to work on us being more spontaneous. This was a really shock to me, but I was excited because it sounded fun and like it could bring me some of the old passion back. She has spontaneously initiated 0 times since then, and I have been rejected 3 times in 3 months since she said this. The final straw was last night when she has to leave in about 30 minutes to go spend time with friends. She came up and gave me a hug and started kissing me, grabbing my butt and pressing into me. I said, "You have a few minutes. Let's go to the bedroom and I'll go down on you." She literally scoffed at me. She said she wasn't in that kind of mood and just laughed at me. I don't know why, but this one broke me. It feels like I felt like all sexual desire for her being torn out of my heart. I could no longer care less if we ever had sex again. I don't want to see her naked. I don't want her to see me naked. I want privacy when I shower. I will ensure she has hers. I still want to be friends, remain married, hold hands, little kisses, and of course raise our child together, but I never want to have sex with this person again. I'm open to giving her the option to go find someone else to have sex with if that's what she needs, because I'm not trying to deprive her of that. If the problem is just that she no longer wants to have sex with me. I'm going to be completely honest with you, and this is coming from someone, and I just want to say I appreciate your honesty, your feelings. Your feelings are valid. I'm not here to invalidate them. I'm here to give you another perspective. As a woman who has had two children, the same way you put me in your business, I'm going to put you in mine. As a woman that has had two children, not the best pregnancies, sex was very hard for me to want to even do, because in my brain it was sex leads to a child, and within however long it takes for you to labor your child, your life literally changes. Each and every time I had my kid, I stared at them for 24 to 48 hours without blinking. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. I was obviously blinking, but the time frame was very realistic, and I'm staring at them like, holy fuck. The first time I had my son, it was 36 hours I did not sleep after having my first cesarean C-section. I was in labor for literally like 10, 12 hours. And then I had a cesarean C-section early in the morning. And I remember he just came out and I just looked at him and I was like, and I just couldn't believe it. And it brought some type of realness to this world. Like, I don't want to say like I was delusional before having a kid, but it really, the one thing that I could say what being a parent has caused me to become as a woman is something I never imagined could ever happen. Like, life is fun and full of jokes, but it's really not hee hee ha ha all the time. Like, my mom used to say that and I never used to understand it, but like now I get it. So to go back to your question, sex was just not something that I wanted anymore. There was a different type of intimacy that I craved. I changed completely. I became softer in a way. And it took a while for me to feel safe to even want to do that. And then now, like, when I did feel safe enough to do that, it's sort of kind of hard for me to, like, I don't want to say like leave that person alone per se, but it's very hard for me to like leave that alone. So what I'm trying to say as well is, don't be so hard on her. I feel like if you haven't already had this conversation, like, yes, you could have a conversation about you wanting sex more, but let's stop framing it about sex. Like, try and nitpick her brain and figure out what's going on for real, because there has to be something going on internally for her not to want to do that. Maybe her mind is not focused on that. Maybe she's like, fuck, I was doing all this fucking and now I have a kid and I just want to go live my life. Like, I want to be away from my baby. I want to be away from my husband. Moms have a tendency to be touched out. If someone was holding a baby all day, or just hearing mom, 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 because kids do act different with their mothers and with their fathers. I go to the grocery store for fun. Now I'm like, we will need one item. I'm like, I'm gonna go get that one item, and I'll be at the grocery store for maybe an hour and 30 minutes, and it's because I'm mommed out. I'm tired mentally. My brain is nonstop going. I'm thinking for two people, sometimes three people. Like, I'm thinking in my brain. I'm tired. I'm thinking for three people, sometimes four people. I'm over it. I want a break. I get out of work, have to do this, have to, like, it's just a lot. And like, people don't understand that moms really don't have a turn off button. And sometimes it is a lot for us to want to have sex. Like, it is. Sometimes it's a fucking chore because it's like, bro, I just had to cuddle this baby to sleep, gave kids kisses all day, gave them showers, gave them kisses. Oh, they were crying, did this, they did this, they did that. And now you want to touch me and possibly accidentally reproduce? Not saying that kids are accidents, but let's just be honest. Sometimes kids are not planned, y'all. And so you want to have fun for however long your man lasts. And boom, now you got a little baby running around here being bad, climbing on the refrigerator. Like, what the fuck? I was just trying to geek down real quick. So there's just a lot of factors. And that just leads me to say, like, within all the jokes, I want you both to be pleased, but I feel like there's something deeper that's going on, and I feel like you should dissect something deeper. And if you can't dissect something that's deeper because this is your marriage, I feel like it is very important for you to try to go to therapy and figure out what that is so that y'all can get over this hurdle. Every relationship has hurdles. Sometimes you have to get over it. Sometimes these hurdles are very, very big hurdles, and they come quick, boom, 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 where now you're working extra hard. But at the end of the day, you will succeed. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. You can and try again, again. That's all I gotta say. If at first you don't succeed, you can dust it off and try again. I hope y'all sing with me. But I want to say this episode was a key. I love a cute little freestyle 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Don't forget to shout out and go hook up and put in all your press on orders with my girl Dream Nails NYC. You already know it's your girl Blunt Talk Podcast. The summer merch dropped, so go shop that spirit, get your summer merch. I might have a little discount coming up for y'all. I don't know. Stay tuned. And don't forget Big Mama's birthday. It's May 28th. Everybody go buy some merch. Wish me a happy birthday, May 28th. Follow me on Instagram at _Blunt Talk Podcast. Randy out. At this point, I'm going to stop saying y'all going to see me next week. Y'all finna get an episode when y'all get an episode. Stay tuned. I want to keep y'all on y'all toes. Send in your questions for Bluntly Bites. Send in everything to my Instagram, _Blunt Talk Podcast. Love you.